Okay. First of all, I just want to start off by saying thank you, God. I gotta start by saying that, and maybe because I don't pray as much as I need to, maybe the videos will help. will be the video where I praise God and appreciate, thank God, because I could have grown up with like this trash here, this slow life who've involved in this disgusting things, and they think I'm gonna let this childlike individual create a story or create a reality where they somehow paint themselves as this daring, avenging heroes, when the truth they just trash, low life, involving a program that's torturing men, women, and children. Many have died. I will never let this trash let them live the fantasy. They scream names of people and try act like they're involved in this program to trash. There are thousands of women and children who've died in this program, who are dying, who's suffering in this. I cannot let this trash. They don't live in reality, but reality will come to them one way or another. If it's me or somebody else, it will be brought to them. And so I look for the time that perhaps it's my purpose to make sure that this trash who wanted to do these things to people, living a falsified reality where they create these storylines and creates life in this. Thank God. But the mistake these people who will make is try to do this in front of me when I'm every day saying, I know what you guys do to men, women, and children. And so many of them are dying. And I know that you guys are involved in that. So when you play your game, don't do that next to me, because there's too many death. There's too much sufferings for even children too, for you to let you live your fantasy. I don't care if you're a childlike individual with the psyops of using these teenage retards. They thought this evilness that they involved themselves in was going to be done for free. Never. I rather choke to death than let them live their fantasy. But it's okay. Everything I say doesn't happen today. It happens next time. But for me, when I see them, a few days ago, the worst was when I saw this kid, this teenage. I didn't even see her. I looked up because I know they were manipulating me. She said something about frame me, like, and tried to bring up when I used to go to the nightclub. And I'm looking at this. I'm not even looking at. After I realized what she just said, I'm like, this trash is involved in a program that's burning vaginas of women. And then start calling it not real. And she's thinking I'm gonna let her leave. Are you delusional trash? I will not let you be involved in a program that's killing women and children and live your fantasy. And then I could threaten. Let me just say this, target individual. I don't want to attack any of this trash, but to let them live in a fantasy where they're involved in a program that is killing women and children, and them try to. It will never happen. It will never fucking happen. Excuse my language, but that's what I need to say. I will never let these fuckers live a fantasy like that. I don't care if the teenager, children, you're involved in something that kills children and women. I will never let you leave your fantasy. And the psyops, as they manipulate my brain, this disgusting failed psyop that's literally has destroyed a country. Honestly, the way I look at things now in this country, with the psyops of like that was used to that turned everybody off with this fake woke. That's the thing that we're using for me for the psyop. They can use any kind of psyop. They can create a psyop where they make you believe that what's happening to you is a group of this cult or satanical. Like they can create all kind of stories. They can create all kind of like facade, right? In this program, what you're going to realize when you start hearing testimonials of different people, you're going to hear how some people believe it's just a cult doing that, or they believe some group of foreign organized crime is doing that. Like they have these ways of just trying to make you confused as a target individual, to make you believe that this is something else, but what's really happening. All kinds of psyops. For me, I'm not the first to have described the psyop in different fashion. But for me, it also matches basically what's been happening in the country in regard like the psyops they've been using that made people turn so conservative in regard how they vote. Now, I'm not talking about politics here, but I'm just saying that's how, if you see how things have gone in this country, there's been a lot of just extreme, like, people have been really, in general, the majority, as you can see, the elections have really gone conservative when they weren't even that conservative. And people are blaming the fact that it's because there's been this psyops of this fake woke and that is no longer genuine. That is for sale. It's just like they're just using that as a facade. That's what they're using for me. Now, I'm a progressive person. But the reason why they were doing that to me is because the people who put me in this program were extremely conservative. And I think for me, because of the way I lean toward more of the progressive side of things, they wanted to present that to me so I can be more accepting, I guess. Or forget who put me in this program. Now, today, I detest that. I detest this trash. Because if anything, it just shows how disgusting and clown. And they use these teenage retards that don't stand on anything. They just, whatever story they can create. And I'm not the first to say they use these childlike individuals a lot. College student, teenagers. That's the crowd they use to break us down, even women. It's nasty. And so they use these clowns that try to get you to accept a false reality with this opportunity. It doesn't take much to do what they do. That's why I'm so thankful that I didn't grow up to do that. Because you don't need to be special. Actually, you have to be you have to be on negative. You really have to really be the lowest you can be as a human being to do these things. That's why they use this childlike individual. The most unimpressive human beings. Because anybody can participate. From doctors to... And so these clowns, they just empower this trash to do the foulest things. So I need to be thankful because some of the things they tell me is like, they're going to pretend they're getting raped by me because they're teenage kids. So they want to frame me and act like I'm raping a child here. So they use this clown, this trash that grew up in life right now. They're dedicating pretending to get raped. That's their life right now. That's their duty in life right now. Pretending to get raped. You understand how trash these people are? Truly trash. Growing up in trashiness, and you know what it means. Imagine somebody grows up saying things like, I'm getting raped, I'm pretending to get raped. What do you think people like that grow up when they at 30, what do you think they become? I think they trash. So that's why I say I'm thankful that I didn't grow up to be like this low life. Encouraged by these other people, opportunities to pretend they get raped. They're getting hyped. They're getting encouraged. People around me, from my coworkers and all encourage children to act like they get raped by me. If they know, the only bait they are to me is bait for me to swing on them, and I don't want to do that. They're baiting me to be aggressive. That's the only bait they are. They're baiting me to be aggressive if they try to play these things around me. That's all. They're putting this is becoming dangerous for them if they come near me, and that's the only bait they are to me. That they're going to try to play this game in front of me, it's going to be bad. Because I know what they're involved in. So I got to be strong, but also thankful. Thank God I didn't grow up like this low life. And, they've been playing my brain because at the end of the day, regardless of these retards, this childlike individual, these people are just trying to disorient me. What's been happening in my thought process has been nasty. They've done these things where they start mixing. I don't know what's going on here in regard of how, I feel like there's people who come in and then become their own creative, they come up with the creative ways of just trying to make me accept of these pedophilia things to make me experience. It has become worse, actually. But because my brain is so altered and so manipulated by them, it can go either way. They are really pushing insanity in my brain and making me lose my sanity. This is the things they've been doing. Listen, they do the pedophilia type of torture. Every time I look at little girls, little kids, actually kids of all ages, from the little ones to the older kids, they do this nasty manipulation. So what they've been doing in my memories, they've been adding things, falsified things. They make me think, oh, for example, what they've been doing yesterday. That's a kind of mixing the things they've implanted plus with my memories, but with like a narration. They make me think about, when you're 20, to paint and to create this persona. They've been doing these things where they try to look at what they can use to be like, you see, that's proof. You see, you're dancing there with this person. You see, so today when you look at teenagers, this is natural. It's clown. So they make me think when I'm in college and we'll have this house party, and there was this girl that was just like 18, just turned 18. I'm 23 or so, just turned 18, and her friend is about to turn 18, and we're dancing, and there's like, oh, you see, you dance with this. I'm in college, like just finishing high school. We're all like the same transitional time period. And the friend is 18. My friend who invited them danced with the 18. I'm dancing the other one who, I didn't know at that point. I was like, they're just friends. But finding out that she was like maybe a month before she was turning it. And like, yeah, that's proof. And then on top of that, when bringing that up so they can paint this persona, instead of like, these people are like, they're about the same age at this point. I'm 23 years old. She's turning 18. We're dancing. And at the time, I didn't even know. It's just because it was a house party. This kind of things. Because at that time period, we all go out the same places. We all go to house parties together, college parties. And they use these things. So they make me think of that to prove, like, you see, a teenager. It's like, trash, first of all, I'm 23 years old, and these people just turn 18. And this girl is about in a month, and you know how old I am now? So what they do, they make me think of these things, right? Or when I used to go to the nightclub, where I used to go between age 18 and 22. But then on top of that, make me think of little girls and give me the stimulations. It's like, you felt that too. To throw in the memories. You understand? To mix it with this, make me think of how they make me experience today randomly. There's what? Make me think, oh, you experienced that too. No, that's what you're making me experience today in my memories. Falsifying this, putting little girls in my head and just stimulate me, and mixing it together, and just that's proof. And then they talk about you like hands, little hands, and then put the little children's hands. You've seen my videos. And using this retard shit that live life just reconstructing reality. This trash that I hear torturing babies. Disgusting trash. I will never let this low life live their fantasy. Target me just stay strong. They have no shame. Now they're making me imagine of hands, and then make me imagine little kids' hands. The truth is, I do, like, for me, you know how people can find, like, they have thing for feet or something. Like, I don't have a fetish for hands, but, like, somebody has nice hands, right? I can tell. And it's like, oh, you see, like hands. You use your hands, try to talk about me as a kid, and try to correlate those two things together. And they use this trash. These retards working for governmental entities. This morning, as soon as I woke up, I heard somebody say, ha, 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 because they tried to bring up the joke I heard in high school. I was like, these bottom feeders are trained by pedophiles. These governmental entities are clearly having issue with pedophilia. To hear this teenage retard working for this governmental entity, who's calling herself our little hands, their little nasty poof, nasty shit. Because they want me to imagine the little hands of kids doing something sexual to me. This trash are low life. I'm telling you, all they're baiting is for me to be aggressive. That's it. They're pushing people to want to harm them. That's it. They're pushing people to want to kill them. They're pushing people to just want to harm them, to swing on them, to do something to them. This teenage retard don't understand that they deserve to die already. Just because the cowardness of what they do and how easy and they hype by this fake psyop that's destroying the current country. They don't understand the reality of what they're part of. That it's what people deserve to die for, really. And stop saying brainy and corny. You don't care. There's thousands of women being destroyed. That you're involved in a program that does that. That's why you're here talking about your little nasty, disgusting hands. You trashy shit. So they do these things where they're playing my memories and adding the stimulations. And the reason why this person's yell out our hands is she's trying to make me think in this way to try to make me accept of this pedophilia things they do. Then try to bring up me when I'm in 8th grade and try to create a fantasized reality of the hands, of the look, and try to make me imagine, no. You're nasty trash that I rewind the brain in this pedophilia ways, making me think of hands now like in this disgusting way toward children. And be like, no, because you use her, retard. Disgusting. And they're really making me imagine this. And then use this child shit. It's like they're not paid people involved in the program burning vaginas and torturing children as young as 3-week-old in that program that they involved in. Many have died. But they're just reconstructing your thought process in these ways, using these retards. Some nasty trash. They will get theirs. Cowardness at this negative level is just disgusting. Just coward little teenage retards working for pedophiles that torture children. Target individuals stay strong. This slow life will get theirs. For me, when I see this shit, I know this. I don't even consider kids. They're just shit. I gotta be strong, but they will not leave the fantasy. They will not. They will not. One, for reconstructing the mind in this way to think about kids in a sexual way, while working for governmental entities, feel pedophiles, and then try to make you believe there is, yes, you use nasty shit like you working for pedos. Participate in a program that rewires the brain. You think you start convincing you nasty shit? Involved in a program that torture babies. Then telling you that's pedo when they're the one manipulating your brain in these disgusting ways. Not understanding that that's why the people need to, like you, deserve to die, you piece of shit. Target individuals stay strong and see this low life where they are.